She's good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to She's Good, a podcast that you listen to with your ears or with your eyes if you're watching on YouTube. That's always an option.
It's always an option to listen with your eyes.
My favorite way to listen, and that's being honest.
There are some people who are good at reading lips. It would be that sort of situation. But I feel like we always talk, like our lips say different words than what the voice is coming out. So you do have to turn the volume on for us.
Yeah, we are masters at making it look like we're saying one thing, but actually saying other things. That's like
either that or we're just like wearing masks when we record, so you can't see our lips.
And we do it for the sole purpose of getting people to have the volume on and the video on YouTube.
I have a conspiracy that lip readers are following me everywhere. So
wait, did you guys see Murders in the Building? Only Murders in the Building?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Liked it.
Same.
It was
same.
Good.
That silent episode changed me.
You know what is weird? I watched it and I remember everything about it except for that it was silent. Laura was telling me that whole episode was silent. They didn't speak until the very end. I was like, no, it wasn't. She's like, yeah, they didn't talk. I was like, are you sure?
That's a sign of a good episode, though. That is, I honestly didn't realize it until probably halfway through.
I think I just, didn't know.
Well, I was also sort of like doing something else while I was watching it. So I was like, wait, why can't I hear anything? Like, I have to like look at subtitles or whatever. But that is what that reminded me of. He just was following people around reading lips.
I still am like not convinced that it was silent. Like something was happening in my head.
There's
I have to go watch it again. But like it really is like I'm like, no, it wasn't. I would have noticed.
Wasn't it called the silent episode? I don't
look at the titles before I watch.
The title's called We Don't Speak.
You may not notice, but there will not be a dialogue in this episode. Was the title of it, and they spot on.
Anyway, I'm Julia.
I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Katie.
And first off, we gotta wish Mary Beth the happiest of happy birthdays.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was yesterday at time of recording. Yeah, you did it.
I did. I clawed my way out fist first.
Clawed fist first. First thing out was a hand.
What I meant to say was I punched my way out claws first.
Yeah.
I did, like, in my mind, I'm just like, I really was born fist first, and in my mind I was just like reaching out for someone to like just pull me out of there, like someone just like
grab my hand,
just get me out of this situation. I'm not pleased.
That is so
to be waking
funny.
Up.
Wait, and that's fine. Did they start pulling you by the arm?
No, I think I just came out like my arm was first, but then the rest of me came out normal. But and apparently my mom always tells me the doctor knew I would be a girl because I was born fist first, which seems strange to me. Like they saw my hand and was like, it's a girl. And I'm like, what is on my hand to imply?
The doctor's like, all these girls coming out with their fists first.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's like a women's march.
Yes.
You're ready. Oh, I remember. Anyway,
5 years ago.
I'm excited for the 35-year-old wisdom that will come into this episode that we have.
So far, there's none. I keep having like terrible dreams. Last night I had a dream that I drove a car off a bridge, and the night before that I had a dream about tornadoes and death and homelessness, and I got a fish hook stuck in my thumb. All in the same dream.
Did you drive off the Zilwaukee Bridge?
It wasn't. Oh, it could have been. Now that you're saying that could have been the bridge.
Honestly,
it was just like a
probability wise,
it likely was. But I don't know why I've turned 35 and like I'm having like these doomsday predictions in my dreams. So everyone buckle up for 2022.
Oh no,
we're all gonna die.
Oh no. Anyway, I got my booster this morning. Katie, do you have any news?
No.
Okay. So anyway, Great, just want to give you the space. For real though, guys, we had a lot there. Honestly, soccer seems to have been the highlight since we recorded last. There's some basketball going on too, which we'll go to our resident college basketball expert, Katie, too. But I feel like soccer's been kind of like the sitch here.
Yeah.
It's been forever though, has it not?
It's like 3 weeks.
Been a long time.
It's been like 3 weeks. I think last we left off, we had seen either one round of the playoffs or 0 rounds of the playoffs.
I feel like
we had made predictions, if you recall, and I would just like to point out that my predictions were correct.
Whoa!
And I would just like to point out that if I had known Crystal Dunn was pregnant and Lindsay Horan had like fucked up her eye and weren't going to play, I may have made a different prediction.
Crystal Dunn had been not really playing anyway, and
do you think I watch the Portland Thorns all the time?
The Chicago Red Stars were missing both Kaylia Watt and Mel Pugh. Their top scorers. So I would
that was
say
crazy.
They were evensies on people that they were missing.
Yeah, and honestly, okay, so the final ended up being between the 4th seed and the 5th seed, which were the Chicago Red Stars and... Is it Hanukkah today?
Yeah.
Someone just texted me Happy Hanukkah.
I feel like if anyone should know, it's you.
I know.
But yes, it is.
Oh my God. All right, well, you know what? We'll get to that later. I do have a Happy Hanukkah banner.
Julia.
I thank you
Julie's
so much.
Like, I gotta light a candle.
Yeah, I do have a Happy Hanukkah banner up. We've had it up for I think 3 years.
Okay, well, you're prepared. You are decorated.
So anyway, we the 4th seed and 5th seed Chicago Red Stars v Washington Spirit, which was Mary Beth's prediction and pretty much no one else. Actually,
I did predict Washington Spirit as well.
Wow. Okay.
I will say we both said we wanted OL Reign, but we didn't think it would happen, and that was the case.
And we were right.
They kind of peaked. Mid-season. Yeah. No, and maybe at the end of the season. Either way,
they're doing well. That's what.
Yeah, they're still fine. They're still good.
Everyone's doing great.
Yeah. But anyway, it was like a very cool showing, and you guys got to go to the game.
We did go.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a good game. As we know, Laura is a Red Stars fan, so she was a little crabby on the drive home because they did lose.
They did lose.
I had a great time. I thought it was such like a fun game to be at because it was very back and forth, and it went to extra time, and it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. At one moment, it just smelled like syrup.
It did.
Katie can attest to this. We were not sitting by each other. We were like she was in a different level than us. So we were in the upper level and she was a section below us. And at one moment, like I said to Laura, why does it smell like syrup? And then maybe 10 minutes later, Katie texted, why does it smell like syrup? It was such a strong smell.
We don't have an answer to that.
I don't know why.
Very odd. I'm trying to think of reasons why there would be. There's no food being sold that was syrupy.
I don't think so.
That I saw around us. Yeah, I don't know what it was. And I don't know why it would like have overwhelmed both of us.
Did Laura think so too?
Yeah, when I say it smells like syrup, it was smelled obvious. Like someone spilled syrup like directly under my nose.
It could be worse smells.
Very strong.
So to give context, the game was in Louisville.
Yes.
Who, as far as I know, is not a syrup manufacturer state.
Not that I saw. I didn't see any syrup factories around.
Well, either way, you were there for soccer. Give us the vibe of the entire thing, because Katie, I know you got there early the day before to kind of take in the sights and sounds. Like they were doing stuff the day before. They were doing festivities, right?
Yeah, Katie, tell us about that, because we didn't arrive till 11 p.m. So tell us about the day before.
The day before, well, they had a block party the night before from 5 to 9, and my dad was like, we should just go. And I was like, I'm tired. And he was like, no, we should go. We're here. And I was like, okay. So we did go. And it was they had a couple food trucks and then a DJ and a tent. And in the tent, there were some players signing autographs. And you know me, I hate that shit. But I thought, if I don't do this, I'll probably be like, you should have done that. So basically you stand in line and then the players sign this like little piece of paper and then hand it to you with their signature. So that was interesting.
Very transactional.
Yeah, it was really weird. I
Got
would
to
say I
know
was
him really
more
well.
excited. Yeah, we were really good friends now. I was like more excited by the fact that Lori Lindsay and Jen Hildreth and Marissa Pila were there signing autographs as well.
We do
Our
love
reporting
Marissa.
team, the reporting
We
team of
do,
our
yeah.
dreams.
Did she do
Yeah.
any bloopers?
She did no bloopers.
No bloopers for you?
No. But yeah. So
Honestly,
yeah.
you really
And
get to
then-
know the reporters and announcers a little bit more than the players, I feel. I mean, they're social media now, but like we spend so much time listening to their analysis, listening to them like call games and stuff that it's like, well, those are our friends.
Yeah, those are
Those
the
are the
stars
ones.
of the show.
Especially last year when they were like, I feel like they were like the only ones
In the
for
bubble.
whole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were the only ones that did it. So it was like, yeah, you do get to know them.
Yeah, I
will
lived for
say-
Marissa Pilla's playground playground updates in the bubble.
Totally.
Okay, so you got some autographs from players and staff.
Yeah, and then we stood there for like 5 more seconds and my dad also refused to go in the line to like the autograph line.
So it was
he's
like
"No,
Disney
this is
World,
weird."
but like for adults, where you like go
Basically.
stand in line for the characters and
He's
you're
like,
with your
"Go,"
little autograph.
basically.
And he stands and watches and secretly
Right,
like,
and-
sneaks a picture of you.
And the whole time I was doing it, I was like, why am I doing this?
Oh man.
I'm
So now I have
30.
these like little cards that have like I am not yet, but will be soon.
It's creeping up.
And I feel like it was weird. So yeah,
Those situations are
was
how are they
cool.
not? Yeah.
it was cool that they did that. You know,
Once I was Doug was like part of like this horror convention thing, like putting together this horror convention in Novi. And so like me and Emily Quayle went to it because I demanded to
Love
get
her.
Gary Busey's signature on a baseball, like Rookie of the Year. And
I
did
feel like
receive
you've told
it.
this story. But
Oh yeah.
Have I? Is it? So it's not about
I
Gary
feel like
Busey.
I've heard that you.
It's
have-
about his brother.
Okay.
No, this is a different part of the
Jerry.
convention. So
Oh, okay.
first I was there and I was talking to Doug, and the actress that played Molly and Roseanne was there. And for our listeners that don't know, I love the show Roseanne, but I do not care to meet anybody from Roseanne.
Don't meet your heroes.
Like maybe
Don't meet
I
your
would
heroes.
I would meet Laurie Metcalf, but I would just like panic, I think, and run away because I love her too much. But anyone else, I'm like, don't care. Especially the neighbor Molly that was on for like a season. So we're standing there and Doug's like, that's Molly from Roseanne. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm standing maybe like 15 feet away and he just walks up to her and he goes, "Hey, that's my sister. She's a big fan of yours." And I was like, no.
And you're like, I am not a
So
big
then,
fan
yeah.
of yours.
Then I had to go up and talk to her as though I was a big fan of hers, but like I didn't have anything to say and I didn't even know why she was at a horror convention. I didn't know like what she was in. And like but then because I didn't have anything to say, it seemed like I was like very nervous to be meeting her. It was such
And she was like, "This is so cool, man."
so, yeah, this is my
I'm making
biggest
this girl's
fan. And I'm like,
day.
what the fuck? Why did he do that? And he's like, meanwhile, just like disappears. So I'm like,
So he
stuck
did
with
it as a
Molly
bit?
Roseanne. Yeah. And it was rude.
Oh my god, that's so
I
funny.
didn't love it. So
Sorry, Molly.
sorry to stray from soccer, but I just had to get that off my chest.
No, it's even more context for that time that you spent at the convention. And honestly, I hope to get like the whole
Next time we'll
details
talk
sometime.
about when Emily and I met Keenan's dad from Keenan and Kel.
Let's talk about it.
That's
now.
for next year.
Okay, save that for next 2022. Listeners, you got to keep coming back if you want to hear
I
the
have
story.
a lot of stories from that convention. So
Wow.
keep coming.
But yeah,
back.
basically that was me like in line. Like I was like, why am I doing this? But
Yeah.
there was like nothing else to do, so I felt like
Yeah.
I should do this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you. And
I'm glad you
met-
did.
You met your announcing heroes, your broadcast heroes. So I'm glad.
Yep.
One other observation I made about Louisville is that who is allowed to name things in that town?
Oh,
What do you
Is
mean?
what I want to know. So we got there, like I said, we got there at like 11, and then we just like drove over to find the stadium, so we knew where we were going and like how long it would take us to
That's
get
so
there.
smart.
It was like 10 minutes away. It was brief. But we got there and we were crossing this bridge. And first of all, we saw this bridge that was like covered in green lights, like neon green lights. Like look at Aubrey Bledsoe's outfit next to Julia if you're watching. That color green. If not, just think lime green.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And we saw this bridge, and it was like I don't know if anyone will understand this reference, but if you go through the Wayne County drive-through light show
Mhm.
and you go through the dinosaur time warp, it looked like that, but all green. So that was one bridge, and we did not go over that bridge, but we were going back and forth trying to find this place, and we went over one and first came upon the KFC Yum Center, which like who named that?
Well,
First.
apparently Yum owns KFC.
I know, but like what a stupid name.
Yeah.
Second only to crypto.com center or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
that's called now.
But we
Staples.
can't-
Wait, where's that?
It's Staples Center is now called crypto.com.
Oh,
But we
my
can't shade the
God.
KFC Yum Center because that's where Dana Evans played.
But I'll still shade it because what a stupid name. KFC but whatever. So
That was
then-
like right near our hotel, kind of.
Yeah, it was like right downtown at the end of this bridge that we had to cross. And then the point of me telling you about this green bridge that we saw was the next day we found out that bridge is called the Purple People Bridge. It's fucking green.
Are you making that up?
No.
Oh my God. There's always too many questions to proceed.
I feel like in the light of day, it was kind of brown with maybe the tiniest purple hue, and like the lights were just green. But why wouldn't you light it up purple? I don't.
Wait, but
somebody
also
from Kentucky
that
has to
doesn't mean
answer
it's
this.
purple people.
No, I'm sure it's named
the
after the Purple
bridges.
People Eater, whatever that was from
Oh,
a long time ago. But like, why wouldn't you make it purple?
I don't know. Were
I'm,
the green
like,
lights sort
fired
of
up
a
about
permanent thing, or were they just sort
Yeah,
of like
I think
holiday?
so. They looked like they were pretty permanent. It wasn't like Christmas lights. It was like these giant like green lights over the whole bridge.
God. I'm sorry you
cannot
had to deal with
explain it,
that.
but it did happen. This isn't like me hearing the silent episode of Only Murders in the Building. This did happen.
No, I
Laura and I
definitely
did have a
trust you.
conversation about how they were green, and it was called purple.
I trust you. I
Very
guess
upset
it's
about it.
just like
I can see
Did it-
Katie looking it up right now.
yeah. I think I need more info to care.
The Newport South Bank Bridge, popularly known as Purple People Bridge.
Is green, the color of Aubrey Bledsoe's sleeves and shorts at night is lit up.
Doesn't say
that
anything
color.
about being green.
Yeah, I want to say it's like
My
a holiday
eyes-
thing.
It wasn't holiday colors, it was neon green.
Maybe they thought the green was going to be a little deeper.
I don't feel like it's the case. It seems like it would be a lot to go over an entire bridge crossing a
Uh-huh.
river, like around the entire bridge,
Right.
light
It's a
up
lot
the
of work.
entire thing.
For a holiday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
know.
still a tad early for, November 20th.
I mean, it is Hanukkah, but
Yeah, but green's not a Hanukkah color, and then people are going to make stupid fucking jokes about that. But, Katie, let us know if you have more info. Otherwise, I can't spend any more time thinking about this bridge. I'm so
I
sorry.
don't have any info.
Wait, Kentucky. What was it actually called? Redmond Bridge? What?
I don't know.
It's called the Newport South Bank Bridge.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, it's
that's
close
too
to Purple
many.
People.
That's more confusing to me. Why are they putting those two words together?
Newport South Bank.
I don't
Whatever.
I do
don't
want
know-
to talk a little bit about
no
the
answer to
stadium
this.
though, because
Let's do it.
I
It was
thought
nice as fuck.
it was so nice. Lynn Family Stadium. They had like one side of it was like open. Like you can kind of tell this when you're watching on TV, but like one side was kind of open and that faced like the water / expressway. And it was just like, we drove by it several times before, and it was like lit up in purple, and it was just really cool. And then once you walk into the stadium, you like go down to the field. So it was like street level kind of. It was really cool. Yeah, it was a perfect size. I felt like, I think there was like 12,000 people they could fit there. It was not full. Like they said, oh, 10,000 people or how many ever people. And
I think that the part of the thing is that like a lot of the people were standing. So it's like,
it wasn't that many
it fits
people,
like 10,000, it has 10,000 seats and then like 5,000 capacity for like 5,000 more like in the standing sections. And a lot of people were in the standing sections, which I think had they not been, the seats would have looked. But it still
I
was
also
like,
just think a lot of people bought tickets
yeah,
assuming their team was going to get there, and then they were like, I don't want to travel all the way there.
It still was like pretty, like it was a good crowd. It was a fun crowd.
The crowd was really good. Yeah.
But honestly, glad it wasn't full because COVID is still here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. They kept saying, they did keep saying 10,000. So there's an area that's standing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like the supporter sections.
Oh,
just,
okay.
Like,
okay. So yeah, that's what. Did it seem like there were more fans? Did it seem like the makeup of the crowd was leaning one way or the other? Chicago v. Washington?
We somehow found ourselves in like a Washington Spirit section, but like there were plenty of Chicago fans there, and there were a lot of neutral people wearing like we saw Gotham shirts and like
I saw shirts from every team except for San Diego.
That is so fun.
Yeah,
I love that. That's like Olympic vibes.
Everyone just wanted to have fun, but it was good. The game was great. It was like it was pretty back and forth, I would say. Chicago scored first. What was the final score?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. Yeah. Chicago scored first, then they gave up a penalty, so it was tied for a while, went to extra time, and then Kelly O'Hara scored like a great goal in the first half of extra time, I think, right?
Yeah.
With a Trinity Rodman assist, which I don't know how Trinity Rodman got herself to stay in that game the whole time, because she was, you could tell, feeling
tired,
beat up.
Yeah, she's been dealing with like cramping and stuff the whole season.
You could tell her back was hurting.
Yeah.
But
she played so well.
There was great. I would say definitely it felt like Chicago had like a ton of the momentum, especially in the first half.
Agreed.
And there was a moment in the first half where Trinity Rodman was like, it was almost like she was like, fuck this. And she like had this amazing shot that just hit the crossbar.
Oh yeah, there were
and
some
after
close
that
ones.
moment, like I really felt like the momentum shift, like it was like, oh, like Washington was like, we're back in this game, like we're not, it was really cool.
It was great.
It was a close game. I mean, like you said, Chicago sort of first half, it sort of seemed like they were going to do it, especially with an early goal. But I think you're right. With that momentum shift, it was like Spirit kind of just outlasted the Chicago, the Red Stars. And I think like it's definitely worth mentioning that unfortunately for Chicago, there were so many people injured. And people getting injured throughout the game. People got injured during the semifinal. So, I mean, they put up a heck of a good fight for what they were dealing with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they could have done it. I mean, they even had like some very close chances in the second half that could have like, they could have even won or at least sent them into PKs.
Agree. Yeah. Which was my dream. I was like, are we going to get live and in person championship penalty kicks? Like, please.
For your guys' sake, I'm sad it didn't happen, but I am happy that the Spirit kind of did it.
I do wish they were just their own sport. I just love them so much for some, and I feel like that's not a popular opinion, but
we've seen a few lately. I mean, there's they haven't been like
it was like the Challenge Cup. There was like a million.
Yeah. The Olympics, there were a bunch.
Yeah. I think for me, it was just like, I just want this game to be over because I have to now drive home.
Oh, that puts a damper on things.
Oh, we also didn't sleep the night before. It was very much like did you guys listen to the snacks where they were talking about how the
Yeah, are you
Midwest
having an
did
okay
its job?
time?
It was very
Having
much
an
like
okay
that. Where
time.
like we were both awake, but like didn't really realize. But
Oh my
like
god,
The
you
other-
guys were
yeah.
the
yeah,
Mewies.
but then we had to drive home.
Yeah.
After like
Sick.
sitting and watching a game, but we did make it alive. We stopped in Cincinnati on the way home.
I like Cincinnati, kind of.
Yeah, we went out. We got food downtown. It was
What'd
cool.
you get?
Tacos.
I can't believe I haven't asked you or made you tell me all about the food you had in Louisville.
Oh, we just had Steak and Shake.
I know Katie had some Louisville.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the names because it wasn't like the greatest food.
Never mind
but
then.
we had really good breakfast the morning of the game, and
Was
I
it at
can't
the
remember
hotel?
the name. No, it was not.
It was the hotel breakfast.
It was not at the hotel.
I've only been to Louisville once. I do remember having a good meal, but I
liked it
definitely
there.
don't know if it were what I guess I don't know if it was like a food town.
Yeah, I liked it there. My only gripe was with the names of things.
Right. Was there anything stand out in the game for you guys? Anyone that like I don't know, probably like for me, was it sort of surreal to see Trinity Rodman? I feel like she would be sort of like a larger than life kind of.
Yeah, she was great.
She was
I
so
mean,
good.
I was surprised that she did not win like MVP of that game.
Who
She
did?
has gotten our trademark.
Aubrey
She's
Bledsoe.
good, and she
Oh, yeah.
does deserve it. But also, Aubrey Bledsoe did make some.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah, for sure, for
saves,
sure.
so-
Yeah. I would say the standout was probably like the just absolutely horrific officiating.
Totally.
Like there
As
was
always the standout.
as is always the case. There was a point at the end of the first half where like Kelly O'Hara just completely took out Mal Pugh.
I did see
And
that.
Oh
from
yeah.
my perspective, like a couple rows back, like further down the field, it looked brutal. It looked like
Yeah.
really bad.
I think it looked.
And she didn't get a
brutal.
card,
Yeah.
and she didn't like nothing happened.
Ugh.
And
She
then
got, like,
Malpew
a
did
light
not play
talking
the
to.
rest of the game.
Yeah, that's
she
what I
did get
thought.
knocked-
Yeah.
knocked right
Took her
out. But it did seem like it hurt her quite a bit.
Ugh.
Yeah. But there was like moments like that. I would say at least it was like really evenly called terribly, but you would like
That's
think
true.
from like the Washington Spirit people I was sandwiched between, you would think that like Chicago was like
Getting the
being
calls.
terrible, but it was like it's really evenly like both teams have made some
Yeah.
poor
Yeah.
challenges and not been called. So
Man,
Yeah.
yeah, that is such a bummer. That is such a bummer, especially when like a tackle like that can send their like, you know, their one of their main offensive generators to the bench for the rest of the game, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, there's no consequences here. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Mel Pugh, though, love that they did it without her in the semis. Good job, Chicago. Just
Yeah.
deserves some.
That was great.
Did what's her name who was also on COVID protocol play in the final? Who's
I
that?
don't think she did. Kayla
Okay.
Sharples.
I'm not-
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I did not take note.
Can we assume then that she didn't have it, Mal? It was
I have
just
no
like,
idea. I don't know like what the COVID protocols are, so I have no
Yeah.
idea if it was just that or like exposure or travel or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know either. But
Okay, well, I
Kayla
won't-
Sharples did tweet out like, I am fully vaccinated. I got a booster. Like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
don't come at me. 'Cause I'm vaxxed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop digging in. Amazing. Well, congratulations to the Washington Spirit. I feel like so
Yeah.
deserved and cool for them, especially like kind of being underdogs and having the season they did with, we've talked at length about their Richie Burke and James Baldwin, who throughout this, it's been a
Steve
story, a whole
Baldwin.
narrative this entire season. Sell the team, Steve, that's them. Ended up winning. Very cool for them.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
reading something
also,
that
like, look how I will say, like, we should take note of how good they started doing the second they got rid of Richie Burke.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Everybody, like,
Katie, you both may have read this, but there's a athletic article that was talking about how he was sort of focused so much on like a possession game for the Spirit. And as soon as he left, they started focusing on like little, whatever sort of like defensive kind of strategy more and triggers and that sort of stuff. And then immediately they like gave up probably like their ratio of goals given up per game like went down by half. Is there a doggy?
Yeah, she just got sick.
Oh no.
Oh no! Should we pause or is it okay?
Yeah, I gotta.
Purrs.
Okay, sorry guys. I'll be back.
Clean
Yeah.
up the.
Okay, crisis averted / crisis happened and then now it's cleaned up. But we're back. Anyway, we're talking about Richie Burke and stuff. I mean, this is gonna be for the listeners. It's gonna be like nothing happened.
You know what
but
we were talking about. You know what we were talking about better than we now know. What
yeah,
we were talking
exactly.
about. We
Honestly, you
instantly
guys just
don't
take it from
remember.
here, aka the listeners, not us.
We'll listen to your lips. Yeah, I think we were just saying that they're better now and they won the championship and glad they got a coach that's good. Is Chris Ward just the interim coach?
Yeah, for
So
now.
hopefully-
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept him.
yeah,
Okay.
I guess
I mean,
especially now.
He won the championship.
Yeah. And all the
Yeah,
other
right.
coaches, there's a lot of other interim coaches that we'll see who they hire. I mean,
Yeah,
they
wait, can we
Speaking
name
of-
them?
have a
Who's
new
going on?
Thorns
Yeah.
coach.
Yes, Katie.
Oh, I was just gonna say, speaking of coaches, Chicago's coach.
Oh yeah, more shit.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
another abusive coach.
Rory Dames is out.
Rory Dames. So yeah, that was their coach for however long.
Since the beginning.
beginning
Oh
of the
my
league,
gosh.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
That
he's
sucks.
out now, so they'll be getting a new coach as well, and hopefully that will be a coach that does not emotionally abuse the players.
You gotta hope.
And hopefully
You
the
gotta hope.
league start listening to the players, and hopefully with them now they're like they're doing their contract, they're trying to get a new CBA. Hopefully like all of this shit will lead to a good outcome of like the league being better and listening and paying attention and them having
Agreed.
like good actors in there instead of like all of the bad actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it is so nuts. And again with this, it's like long standing like stuff that was going on that was swept under the rug that's like coming out now that's like, yeah, I said something a long time ago. Christian Press had some
She made complaints in like 2014 and
Yeah.
like then like 2018 and like all of it, and she's not the only one, other people did too. So it's just like stuff that people were not paying attention to. Hopefully now they know that that's something they have to listen to, and I was like reading that there's like a lot of clubs don't have HR departments, which nothing makes me angrier than like a company that does not have an HR department. That's like something huge like that should absolutely
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, because that's how shit happens.
Yeah, it's just more
no
examples of
accountability.
like taking advantage of these players who are told that they have no power, basically.
Yeah. There's also,
Such
do
a
you guys,
gross
have you
thing.
guys, this show's pretty new, so I don't know if you've watched it. It's on HBO Max. It's the new Mindy Kaling show called Sex Lives of College Girls.
No.
Yeah, I watched an
Uh,
episode and I was like, this is terrible.
It's a great show. It's a very good show. I love it. But there is like a little bit of a parallel. There's like a soccer storyline. And there's
God, yeah, I
bit of a
hated
parallel
that.
too. Well, there's like more to it even now. It's grown. And it's just like kind of parallels of what's going on.
Really?
Yeah. And just like women's sports in general, like lately there's been talking about like discrepancies between what like the male athletes get, between what the female athletes get. Like it's a whole.
Also, there was a tennis player in China, I think. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Yeah,
She has
she's
been-
like 30 something, and
Yeah.
like I guess 3 years has been taken advantage of by like someone in government, some high up person in
Yeah, and she
government.
spoke out and then she was missing for a while, but she has spoken to the IOC. She is okay. And hopefully that's true.
Jesus Christ.
But I guess I don't really know like that situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I guess that there's like a mainstream show going on that like people will see kind of what's
Yeah.
happening or whatever. Ugh, it's just so gross and sad. Wait, is the show, Katie, is in your opinion the show is not good or what?
I don't know.
I liked it.
I just watched a couple episodes and I was like, this is stupid.
Oh, I think it's funny.
Got it, okay.
I like it. I love all Mindy Kaling shows though.
See, I don't, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
Kaylee doesn't-
I'm like
or-
right in the middle.
Katie
Oh,
doesn't like
sweet
Mindy
Frankie.
Kaling. She's just revealed to all.
No, I like some of her stuff.
Oh, I love a Mindy Kaling show. And the character, I think the problem with new shows is you have to give the characters time to develop. Like you have to get out of the first few episodes.
That is so
and
true.
Yeah, but
they
there's
are
so much TV that I'm
developing.
just like, if I'm not into this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch something else.
I don't understand how you like. Very rarely do I find a show that's good in the first few episodes.
Let's
I don't
name
wanna
them.
have this
Really.
conversation.
Breaking Bad,
Very,
I thought. Breaking Bad. Gilmore Girls was good in the first episode.
Riverdale had a flawless pilot.
That I
Honestly,
could
yeah.
agree.
That's true. But it has gone downhill since then. Although the last couple of episodes have been kind of scary. They're doing like this weird like offshoot. It's called Rivervale with a V, and it's like a 5-episode story arc. Where I won't say what I think is actually happening because it's a spoiler of the last season, but
Okay.
it's like the first episode of it was like a midsummer theme. Have you seen that movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but I know it.
Oh, it was like that vibe, and then this last one had like ghosts.
Honestly,
And I'm
sounds
afraid
kind of
of
fun.
ghosts.
Sounds cool.
Wait, do you guys, last thing, and then let's get back and recap the friendly, but do you guys watch the morning show?
No.
I've not watched it yet.
Honestly, I'm
There
in
was
the
a long
first
time where
season.
Laura
And
wouldn't give me her Apple TV password, so I'm
Oh,
behind
okay.
on all Apple TV shows.
I think there are a lot of shows that have good stuff right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably like higher budget ones allow for that, and you got actors
Or like a
who know
limited
what's up and
series
stuff.
tends to be good at the beginning, but yeah, when there's so much exposition and like it's like a big cast of characters where you have to be able to like get their stories out and develop them
Yeah.
before
So true.
you start caring. It's like all exposition for the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, to
we
wrap
watched
up that
some late night
conversation, let's
soccer.
hope that good coaches come in as the bad ones leave, and listen to these players. So there was the U.S. women's national team played Australia in a friendly a few nights ago.
A little 11 p.m. game for us, which I loved.
Me
I
too.
was into it.
Me too. Yeah,
I
it
was like,
was
this is the
so
time.
fun.
I'm ready to sit down and watch. But that was first of all, such a like wild, fun game to watch.
Loved it.
But they did have like the start. Well, I don't remember who was in the starting 11, but basically the whole roster was
I
like
have it right here.
I've got it
young
right
people
here.
and new people. There were 4 first caps.
Of course,
like
Katie.
it was.
Memorized it.
It was a fun one. Katie, did you watch it live and you just weren't talking to us, or were you sound asleep?
I know. I was worried you were pissed.
Okay, here's what happened. No, I put my phone on like do not disturb,
Uh-huh.
and I just updated it like to the new software. And previously on do not disturb, you could still see like
Yes.
the text on your screen, but now you can't.
Oh, so you
So-
didn't know that they
so-
were rolling in.
So it was like 11:30. I had been asleep. Frankie woke me up and had to go to the bathroom. So then when I watched from there to the end,
I
Got it.
but I didn't know you guys were texting because it didn't. So I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you have the sleep mode on? Is that one that you have on? Or
Yeah,
no?
I think it's like
sleep. I think sleep mode. You don't see anything.
yeah. Okay, I gotta like adjust it then because I like to just have it on do not disturb where it doesn't make a noise. But
Yes,
if
exactly.
I
It's like
looked at it, it's like, oh, there's 46 texts from.
Oh,
it
it's
wasn't
the middle
until
of
the
the night
next
and Mary
day.
Beth and Julia won't shut up
Yeah.
again.
Well, it wasn't until the next day that like it was like halfway through the day where Julia texted something else, and then I saw, oh, there's all these.
Oh yeah.
What did I
And then you sent an incredible summary. I agreed with every single thing that you said.
I don't know what I said.
I can't remember either. But
But
starting
I will
lineup,
say-
yeah. So just to remind folks, I think I feel like
I
we
don't even
did
think
talk.
we talked about the roster, did we?
Did it come out? Yeah. Either way,
No, we didn't,
the
right.
whole vibe of it was that like they have a bunch of new faces in here, and like basically majority of the team had fewer than 5 national team caps, and they were like,
They left the veterans at home for this
Basically,
camp.
Becky was the only like long term vet, really, right?
And she didn't
Lindsay
start.
Horan was there.
So Lindsay Horan and Rosa Lavelle were
I guess
probably like.
she's so young though. I still count her as.
I know. I guess 100
but,
is
like,
not that much in the grand scheme.
But yeah, lots of noobs, and they did pretty well. Julie, do you want to say who they were? Because I do not have it locked up.
Well, Katie, since you have it memorized, I want you to go for it.
Just the starting lineup I have.
Starting lineup, yeah.
Casey Murphy in goal. She plays for North Carolina Courage. Emily Fox.
She's
Cook.
been pretty. She's played a few times. She's been pretty good.
Yeah, she's good.
Emily Fox.
Yeah.
Emily Fox, Alana Cook, Tierna Davidson, and Sonnet. Frankie. She's barking.
Frankie played.
Rose Lavelle, Andy Sullivan, and Lindsay Horan were in midfield. And then Midge, Lynn Williams, and Ashley Hatch were forwards.
Yeah.
They did great. Ashley Hatch scored 24 seconds into the game.
And an
Because it was
awesome
I had
goal.
just been talking. Yeah, I had just been talking to Laura. I was like, how do you think this is going to go? And we were like, if it doesn't go, because we didn't know if Australia was like doing a similar thing or if they had like their full like veteran lineup. We didn't like have any idea. So I was like, at least like if it doesn't go well, they can like use an excuse of like, oh, we have a lot of new people. And then like literally I finished saying that and she scored and I was like, oh. Oh.
Yeah.
That was quick. It was an assist by Lynn Williams.
And it was a beautiful like header by Lynn Williams, like perfectly like and then Ashley Hatch did what she had to do.
Awful little volley sort of situation. It was not an easy goal, and she just like whipped it. Yeah, it was very impressive. Everyone did so good. She was so great, and then I thought the back line honestly looked great with the exception of Sonnet.
And we were talking about how they were doing very well offensively as well. Like they just kept like
really for me it was the midfield that was like really struggling in this game.
Really? See, I think I just am a Horan stan, and thought she played so well. I thought Andy Sullivan played well.
I felt like Horan
I feel like Rose Lavelle
turned
pretty
over
quickly
the ball.
was in a coma, but that wasn't his fault. She got kneed in the face and they left her in.
Yeah,
that was absurd.
Katie said Rose looked concussed as part of her update, and I said yes.
She like couldn't open her eyes for a solid 3 minutes. I was like, take that girl out.
Honestly, she does not need to play in this game.
Yeah. Watch, she's going to be out on concussion protocol for the next game or something.
Yeah, honestly, she should be.
Because they still had like Ashley Sanchez and Christy Mewis.
Yeah.
To come
who they put in with like 10 minutes to go. They could have put them in, either one of them in.
I guess I don't know what they're going for. So they're trying to try something out and see how it would work. And they did not expect her to get kneed in the face.
But in the game. After the half, Sofia Huerta came in.
Yes.
Oh, she was great.
And she came in for
so great. She came in for
Emily Fox.
But they switched sides.
Yeah. So she played where Sonnet had been playing.
Right.
On the right side.
That's right.
She was great, just as we've been saying she would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was great. I was so glad to see her there, and I was like, she needs to start there every game.
Yeah.
What else was good? There was a great goal that was, so we are saying that Rose should have been taken out of the game, but then she did score after that. So there was a great goal where Sofia Huerta won a header.
She came out of nowhere too.
And got it to Midge, who then had a great assist to Rose, who scored. Which that was a great goal as well. And then there was what was the other goal? It was a penalty, right? Was it a Lindsay Horan penalty?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the final score was 3-0, I think.
Yeah, I really felt like definitely it was like a fun game. It was cool to see a lot of new players and new positions. I definitely thought there were like a lot of like, ooh, like room for improvement.
Absolutely.
And I
We want
really
that,
felt
though.
like the
But,
difference.
like,
I really felt like the difference was Casey Murphy. Like
she
her
was
performance
so
was
good.
She was so good. She
was
stopped
the goalie.
so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Otherwise,
stuff
it
that
was
like the faces of the Australia players that shot were just like, what?
Demoralized.
Who is this? How
She
could that have
looked-
happened?
You see some of these keepers who you can see are great, but you can sort of just tell when someone like Casey Murphy came in. I was just like, I think one of you guys said it, that she looked like she'd been playing with the U.S. women's national team for.
That was her first appearance.
Her first gap, yeah. I feel
She
like
was
had
so
she not
good.
been playing, the score would have been tied at least, or possibly Australia would
Yeah.
have won. 'Cause
Yeah.
she saved some things that should not have been saved.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Some
Yeah.
Sam
And
Kerr bullets.
she's 6'1", so part of it could just be that she can reach a little bit higher than everyone else. But like, even not even that, there were just like some things that like, how did she get her body to do that?
Yeah, there was one Sam Kerr shot, especially where she just like stuck out her leg and like got it. It was just like, man, yeah, she was great.
Yeah, and she got MVP, right? Player of the game.
Player of the match, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
will.
what I
Yeah,
meant.
like obviously, like there was messy stuff, and they're like still.
Yeah, and that's the
learning how to
point,
play
I
for the
think.
team,
Yeah.
but like it was so much better than like even I feel the team has been playing. Like
Yeah.
I said, if I were a veteran that stayed home and I was watching that game, I would be like, oh shit, like I better
Yeah. Yeah.
start being more excited about, not excited. You know, we all talk about how they like lost their like joy for it a little bit, and this group like seemed to have it. So
Yeah.
if
I
that's
think
the
that
difference,
those players
then
realized like
they got to get it back.
this is an opportunity and I'm gonna take it, you know.
Yeah.
I
but it
wouldn't
was fun
expect
to
the next
watch.
game to be that have that score line though.
Yeah.
Because Australia did start two center backs, that one was 17 and one was like 18.
I think probably
okay.
it had to do with that 24-second in.
Yes,
goal.
exactly. Yeah.
But they
right.
pulled it together after that pretty well. But
Yeah, Australia played great. I thought they were like insanely physical.
60% possession.
Okay,
They-
Caitlin Ford should have been thrown out of that game.
She should have. She did kill every single person.
Caitlin Ford
but-
sort of leading the charge, and I felt like everybody was just like, "Oh my god, is anyone else seeing this? What is happening?" There was like very little control over the game, I thought, in terms of officiating. Which was a
seems to be a
bummer. I mean, there were
theme.
several injuries.
Like the only time it ever seemed like the ref was going to do anything was the time Ashley Hatch got pushed into her. She looked like she was ready to like kick Ashley Hatch out of the game. You couldn't see her face, but I imagine her being like, "No, it wasn't me. I didn't do it."
It was that was very funny because all I saw was
the
her
stare
flying
down,
into the
yeah.
ref. I did not
And then
see.
the stare down after.
I didn't-
Did you just shove me?
Did you see her get shoved though? Because I didn't see her get
Yeah,
shoved.
someone pushed her.
Oh my
and
God,
then
that's
they
so
like pushed her
funny.
and she like flew into the back of the ref. So the ref didn't know what happened. She turned around like,
Oh yeah,
"Who
because
just
then Ashley
shoved
Hatch
me?"
was like, she pushed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was laughing.
You could like
yeah.
see her, yeah.
yeah.
I didn't do it.
There was
Yeah.
one point where one of the Australian players fouled Lindsay Horan. I think it was Caitlin
It was
Ford
Caitlin
because
Ford. They laughed
used to
about
play together at
Oh yeah.
Portland, and I could like see Caitlin Ford, and I think what she mouthed was "you tripped," and Lindsay Horan just laughed and like pushed her.
That's cute. That's cute. And
Yeah, it
honestly,
got
she
very
should have been
physical.
thrown out.
That's true.
Okay,
Cute.
she should have
Good for
though.
her.
She should
She
have.
really
She
should
should have
have.
She should
gotten
have.
several
And they did
cards.
take her.
Over.
I think that they took her out like immediately after one. That was like, oh, that was like
You got
too
lucky,
far.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You are going to seriously hurt
David
someone.
Bowie pulled her.
Yeah, to the ref's credit, there was the PK. That was a good call. And you know what? If you frickin' foul in the box,
gonna
that's
be a
what
PK.
happens.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So there's another game. It's at like 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Undecided if I'll watch it live. Probably not because I do have to go to work that day.
Yeah.
But I do like
I probably will.
I do like enjoy watching them when they're happening. It's for some reason more fun to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much more fun.
So we'll see. I am seeing Hadestown that night too. So I have
Wow.
to find out
I'm
if I'm
very
gonna
happy
have
for you.
Is it in
enough
Detroit?
nap time. Yeah. I'm coming
that's
to
so
New York, but
cool.
I will not be seeing you. I will not be letting you know where I am located at that time.
Okay, I'll go. Okay,
That's
I'll
fine.
find tickets to
I'll
it.
just stand. Yeah, I'll be there.
Aw.
But yeah, it's an office day for me as well. So, I'm a sleepy girl on those days.
Yeah. Yep.
Understandable.
Yeah. I know. I have the I'm worried that I actually feel so. I said I got the booster. I feel like I'm expecting a couple days here of pure hell, and I'm wondering if 4 a.m.
I
might
think you'll
be like
okay. I got the
maybe.
booster and my arm hurt really bad.
Yeah,
and
but
that,
Julia's
I
had
didn't feel
COVID.
sick.
Julia's
I had
had
COVID.
COVID, and that tends
Yeah,
to
but you also
affect people
then had the
differently.
vaccine after that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
which,
still,
like,
a lot of
fucked
times
me
people,
up.
yeah,
I
a lot of
think
times
that
people who
also-
have who have COVID and then get the vaccine are hit
it's
really hard
worse.
with the effects. Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
my sister and brother-in-law got boosted and they also were fine. Well, I
Really?
guess it depends on what you get. Moderna's only half a dose, and you probably got Johnson & Johnson, right? Or did you get a different
Booster Pfizer.
one? Oh.
I don't think they're giving up the.
Oh, they're
Johnson.
not doing
No,
that
they're
one
not doing
anymore?
the J&J as
Oh,
a
the
booster.
booster. Yeah. So I had Moderna, but it was only half a dose. Like the booster isn't a full dose because Moderna doesn't need it
Okay.
apparently.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, either way, I mean, honestly, my hope. I just have something Tuesday and Wednesday that I need
Yeah.
to be okay
alert
for.
for
Yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Says the morning person. Oh, I thought you meant for watching the game.
No.
Like it's so much harder.
I'm a
It's harder
morning
than you
person, but
know.
I'm not a 4 a.m. person.
Yeah.
But you're much.
Yeah.
I would say you're much like I'm a 4 a.m. person in that like I'm still awake. That's
Yeah.
the kind of 4. So like
Yeah.
waking up is difficult for me if I've already
For
gone to
sure.
sleep.
Yeah.
But I see
Yeah.
you were talking about the booster now, Julia. I have faith that you'll be fine.
Thank you so much, you guys.
I think it'll be okay.
Keep
Thank
us
you, I appreciate
updated.
Should we do a very quick update on College B ball?
Yeah,
College
we have.
B
Do we have time?
ball.
We have the time.
You have a little bit
Yeah.
of time.
I
don't know,
mean,
a few
my
minutes.
only update is that South Carolina is very good at basketball.
Ooh.
They're so fun to watch. They have like,
Really?
God, they just have so much talent. It's like, it's ridiculous.
I did
Okay.
watch that game against UConn, like that weird Bahamas game.
Yeah.
And
mhm.
I was telling you I had to like leave to go somewhere at like the beginning of the fourth quarter. And when I had
Mhm.
left, like UConn had been dominating South Carolina the whole time. And I came back and like later at night saw the score and South Carolina won by like 16. I was like,
And they were down by like
"What-
15 at
what
some
in
point.
the world happened?
It was really
Wow.
a tale. It was honestly a tale of two halves because South Carolina went in at the half and like made some adjustments, and
Okay.
UConn was scoring a lot in the beginning on like fast breaks and like
Okay.
shitty turnovers and stuff like that, and South Carolina kind of locked it down, and their defense kind of locked down, and it was like UConn could not get anything going.
Wow. Is this the
Yeah.
one where Paige Becker scored like 30? Or no?
No,
I don't think that was
no,
the same
she was
game.
kind of off, but
Oh,
the
okay.
game before, AZ Fudd scored like 30.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Maybe it wasn't 30, but she scored like all of her points from 3-point range.
That's
It was
awesome.
like, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Okay.
It's just the story for me of women's college basketball is just like there's so much talent.
Yeah.
There's so much talent, and easily the WNBA could have like 8 more teams just to
So
accommodate
cool.
all this talent. Like, and I hope they expand sooner rather than later, because I can't, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll give you, so it's the start of the season right now, pretty much. How many games they've had? Like just
I think
a few
each,
weeks.
maybe 8 games people have played,
So
7 or 8. I don't know.
our next episode will be in like January. I feel like it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where things are at.
what has happened, what shakeups
Yeah.
have occurred.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of, this will be, everybody, if you're still here, the last episode of 2021. We'll do in 2022 2021 recap like we did for 2020.
We'll be back. We'll have the Winter Olympics will be.
Yes.
Be
Oh,
ready
I
to talk about those.
cannot wait.
We'll
But
be
so
deeper
teams to
into
watch
some
for college
seasons.
basketball though, South Carolina. Let's keep our eyes on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, South Carolina, obviously UConn. I would say Baylor, Stanford. They've
Stanford
had
always.
some struggles, but they've got really good players.
Okay.
Michigan, obviously.
Always.
Not Selman.
Iowa,
Caitlin
obviously.
Clark. Yeah, I was getting there. Louisville, NC State. There's a lot of. I'm forgetting a
Just watch
lot.
them all.
I'm sure.
Watch them all.
Florida Gulf Coast. I feel like
Collect
they've
them all.
upset a couple top teams. So yeah, just watch everyone.
Collect them all.
Indiana, Maryland. Oh, I have to say Maryland. Maryland's. Yeah. There's a lot of really good teams.
It'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on the not women's sports front, somehow against all odds, Michigan versus Iowa in the Big Ten championship football game next week.
Oh,
So
really?
there's about to be a rift among the pod. Yeah, there's no way
If you think
Iowa's
I
gonna
care
win.
at all,
Yeah, I
But
literally
it's
could
just
not
like
care.
so it
I didn't even know
was
what was happening.
So Michigan had to beat Ohio State, which was not supposed to happen, and then Iowa
Oh yeah.
had to do nothing but watch other teams lose, and the correct teams lost. So
Wow.
like
so it
suddenly
just worked
they're
out for them.
I
so
love it.
suddenly they're in, which they have had a very good season, but like
Yeah.
the tiebreakers would have put them below. The other teams had to like have a worse record than them, so they had to lose. So now it's just a
And if Michigan wins that, they go to the
and Michigan
national
will
championship.
win that.
I don't know.
You say, but
Michigan-
Iowa doesn't have an offense. So unless Michigan also doesn't have an offense, then
I just feel like Michigan tends to like fuck things up in a way that's upsetting.
what's funny is I've had the same conversation with my brother-in-law, and he is a huge Michigan fan, and we also have had the same argument of our team is not going to win. So like nobody's like,
Everyone's just trying to protect their heart.
Yeah, self-preservation.
It's not going to happen.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see.
But if Michigan makes it to the national championship, they're gonna get annihilated. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay, we'll hope for Big Ten dreams, and then from there, let
We'll see what
the
happens.
chips fall as they may.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, little Benjamin, little baby Benjamin, who's not a baby, he is the ultimate troll. Where when I'm in his presence, he'll yell only touchdown go blue, and when his dad Marco, the Michigan fan, is in his presence, he'll yell only touchdown go Hawkeyes. And he knows he's doing it. He's like completely aware.
That's amazing.
That's so cute.
I love that.
You've raised a
It's the
troll.
ultimate troll.
He will dox us all by the end of this year.
Please don't, Benjamin.
Yeah,
Benjamin's
let me
ready.
be.
Benjamin's the one that's trying to hack my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, I did not give her permission to put up these pictures of me. I will dox her.
I will dox her. All right, well, any other closing thoughts before we'll be on social media, everybody, so you can look at us for there. We are at She's Good Pod on Instagram and at She's Good Podcast on Twitter. You can always email us. I'm not going to give out the email. I already said Twitter. YouTube, or I don't know, She's Good Podcast. We have a link tree that is kind of everywhere.
Yeah. Well, notice a comment at some point someday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whether
And
it's
guys,
in or not,
if
we
you
don't know.
ever listen to this and you're like, well, you know what? I wonder if my cousin's friend who like kind of liked sports would like this. Send it to them. Send it to them.
Yeah.
Let
Or if
them
you're ever
decide
like
for themselves.
Yeah, or if you're ever like, hey, my cousin's friend's cousin is Bethany Balser.
Yeah.
Like, let us know.
Let us know
We'll
because
have
we
her
just
on the
want to
pod.
like let her know we're fans.
Do not let
got
this
her first
opportunity go by. And honestly, Ben Schroeder, I'm looking at you, played for the same club at some point as Bethany Balser. I feel like we could kind of get something going there.
Bethany Balser.
Bethany Balser. For those of you who have tried to hook us up with your friends who are in the know already, whether it's worked out or not, thank you so much. Thank you kindly. This has not gone unnoticed. But we would love to meet Bethany, and yeah, please let us know.
But like, don't make me actually meet her because I've already told you about how I am with meeting
Yeah, if we actually had to meet her,
people. But just
be
like let her know
unhappy.
we're fans.
Yeah.
No, I think she'd be different
Julia,
than
Julia, I
Molly.
think would be a personable human to me.
We have stuff to talk about. With Molly, it's like, I love Roseanne. Why are you here?
What horror thing were you in?
I love Roseanne.
Oh,
One day, you guys, it's gonna happen.
oh man.
All right, y'all. Should we call
Well,
it?
bye. Have a good year.
I love you guys. I won't see you guys or talk to you
See you next year.
until 2022. Bye,
Hate when people do that.
everyone.
Bye.
She's good.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.